Guys, so we have a lot going on today energetically. First and foremost, we have Mercury going retrograde tonight, 7 p.m. And you know what? Mercury is going to be going retrograde tonight, 7 p.m. in an exact square to Uranus, while the moon is simultaneously in an exact trine to Mercury going retrograde from Gemini to Aquarius. So we got some real busy, fast-paced energy coming at us today, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, January 13th, 2022. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook of the day. So let me just start, you guys, by just giving some pointers for the energy today before I delve into the report and the explanation and everything, the energetics, the symbolism, everything that is going on with this transit, with these transits that we have going on today in this retrograde process. But first and foremost, a very fast-paced day. Like I said, lots happening, lots going on. We need to be adaptable. We need to pay attention. We need to stay grounded the very best we can. We need to be very careful driving. We need to not be multitasking while we're driving or while we're engaging in literally any type of activity that could be considered dangerous, like obviously operating, heavy equipment, stuff like that, cooking, anything like that. Be careful multitasking with this energy that we have going on today as well. Pay very good attention to what you're doing. Double check details, you guys, especially in terms of any type of verbal or written communication. It is a very important day to practice some active listening. Make sure that, what you are saying is being properly understood, and also what people are saying to you, you are perceiving properly, because with the Mercury retrograde energy today in the square to Uranus and also the moon in trine, there is a lot of opportunity for just erratic conversation styles and information not being processed properly and stuff like that. So I wanted to start out the report today by just giving you sort of a detailed little list of things that could be going on with this energy that we have going on. Definitely, though, expect the unexpected today as we move through this energy, and also throughout the duration of our Mercury retrograde process. This is going to take us a couple of weeks because, hey, this is the energy that is present today for the initial retrograde. So this is the energy that is imprinting and is, really marking the beginning, the start, and what will unfold throughout the nature or the course of this retrograde process of Mercury that we have going on today. And also, that being said, any of you guys out there that are, Gemini, Virgo ascendants, this is the time where, you might be feeling this the most, so things slowing down a little bit in some type of a way. But with the square to Uranus, anybody specifically that has a, primary planets, including Gemini and, Mercury and Uranus, this energy, you guys are being the most impacted. I can tell you, I'm one of them. I have my sun in Aquarius and my ascendant is in Gemini. So both Uranus and Mercury rule my chart, and so both of these planets are coming to a head for this next few weeks during this retrograde process. So if any of you else out there have the same thing going on, just a little bit of a heads up. Really want to try to stay grounded over this next couple weeks. If you have Aquarius ascendant, Gemini sun, Virgo sun or moon, Virgo, Gemini, or Aquarius in a combination of your ascendant, sun, or moon, just something to keep in mind, because these planets are very strong and very active, and this is not just a one bang go energy like we would normally have with Mercury in square to Uranus, because Mercury is stationed at this degree, and this is the degree in this exact aspect where Mercury's going retrograde. So just wanted to put that out there for any of you that are in that situation as well, where both of your primary planets are involved in this aspect that will be going on over the next couple of weeks. This specific energy may apply more so to you guys today, but definitely generally collectively for all of us. So let's get into the energetics of today now that I've talked for 4 minutes and not truly began my report. Yes, Mercury retrograde day, like I said, happening at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight, and it is going to be in the exact square to Uranus, and simultaneously, as a result of our constantly like perfectly synchronistic blueprint, cosmic blueprint that's coming down. The moon is also going to be in Gemini, ruled by Mercury at exactly 11 degrees when Mercury stations retrograde. You know, that's like there's 1 degree. I mean, it's just quite divine that it lines up that way. But anyways, we have more interesting synchronicity going on. Let's talk about degree placement. All of these activations today, these exact aspects, are happening at 11 degrees of their sign. Now, this is sort of significant to me because, like, from a numerological point of view, because 11, this is a number of reflection, and this is a number of also expansion and evolution, but it shrinks down to a 2, and 2 is also the number associated with the twins and the sign of Gemini and polarities, and it's also a fundamental part of this year 2022 where that specific number is being imprinted in triplicity through the numerology of the year itself. And it's just very interesting to me how this is playing out at the specific 11 degree mark. It just makes me think that there may be themes regarding like twins and polarities, reflections, the merging of 2 into 1, reintegration, partnership, creation, balance, love, and building. All of these keywords associated with 11 and also 2 that are really infused into this year also are being represented by the specific degree placement of this aspect today and all of these planets. And again, referencing this 2022 year that we're in, all about 2. And again, this is a very Gemini, Mercury oriented, energy oriented day, especially with the moon being in Gemini right now, Mercury being specifically involved as a ruler of Gemini. Gemini ruling duplicities, the twins, and even the sign of Gemini, the Roman numeral 2, looks like an 11, with the bars on top. So some more synchronicities falling into place in terms of the numerology, the astrology, and the basic indications of what we can expect and what we're dealing with throughout the course of this year in terms of the energetic imprint that is going on vibrationally through the numbers and through the aspects, everything that we talk about here. So this, you guys, let's talk about this cycle. This Mercury retrograde cycle is likely to be characterized by enlightenment and brilliant ideas, although they are also likely to be unexpected, but enlightenment and brilliant and unexpected solutions to problems. Also, a lot of anxiety and nervous tension may be characterized by this energy today. And as we go through this Mercury retrograde process, as Mercury is in the square to Uranus, ruling like electricity and, high frequencies and vibrations, and then making the square to Mercury, this can definitely just bring up excess nervous energy for sure. As we go through this retrograde process, and today, of course. But definitely Mercury and Uranus together in the square, this can be just brilliant flashes of insight that solve problems that come to us sort of out of nowhere. But like with the square, because of the square, it can be quite disruptive for one reason or another. But that is one thing that we can potentially anticipate as this energy unfolds. Also, reconsidering our ideas and our plans and our choices, our decisions at this point in time in the context of the abrupt changes that may be happening during this cycle is likely to be necessary. Adaptability, you guys, is a crucial part of this energy as we move through this retrograde process over the next couple of weeks, especially in regards to, like I said, changes in plans, rules, decisions, structures, thoughts, and ideas are very likely to be disrupted in some type of a way and require some type of creative solution that, may be coming to us very likely actually in this energy, but also just being able to adapt to change and go with the flow is definitely going to behoove us and benefit our progress in this energy. Because remember, not only is Mercury in the exact square to Uranus, Mercury is also in a conjunction to Saturn. And so this is telling us that things that we've been working on, things that we've been planning, things having to do with work or career or bosses or leadership or just any type of focused effort that we have been putting towards some type of plan or, an itinerary or something like that could definitely be experiencing some type of upheaval or disruption with this square to Uranus going on. And this could definitely require us to alter our plans sort of like on a dime in order to keep this forward progress going. But adjustments that need to be made, this is adjusting energy though. It's a retrograde. Of course, it's adjusting energy. And, with Saturn there, and the fact also that Mercury is going to be backing out of an air sign and into an earth sign for the first time in this series of retrogrades. It's going to be happening throughout 2022. This is definitely telling us that we need to rearrange our thoughts, restructure our thoughts, or reevaluate our thoughts and ideas in terms of what we're building. And so it makes sense that there may be something coming in, especially that just like flash of insight or that instant knowing in regards to whatever we're working on, whatever we're trying to ground and bring into reality, whatever we're planning at this point in time to, be adjusted so that we can really begin to ground it and in a way that is going to be long-term, stable, like safe, secure, like carry us far into the future, all of those very precise and very successful, all of those things that Saturn really endorses and appreciates. So, we really need to be in some serious go with the flow energy as we move through this retrograde. We need to be able to quickly adapt to changes, alter plans, and make, different arrangements when necessary. Trying to stick to any type of strict plans or schedules or guidelines or itineraries, ways of being right now, being overly rigid about anything, being overly attached to any certain way of things happening right now is really not supported in this energy. And if that is what you're doing, you're likely to experience quite a bit of challenge and difficulty, pushing you to the point of just being able to release and go with the flow of what's going on, because ultimately that's what's happening anyways. We have Uranus in effect, you guys. Uranus is the great rectifier. Uranus is the galactic fixer. Uranus is the silver lining planet. Uranus rules the age of Aquarius and the frequencies associated with it. Whenever Uranus is, aspecting a planet, especially exact right now, and whatever is going on with Uranus, it's really helping to liberate us and free us from things that have been restricting us from aligning with our authentic truth and the creative potential to really go on this hero's journey and heal our wounds and go from the state of self victimhood to self mastery and really begin to go through this co-creative process with universe and build and create the age of Aquarius. That's what Uranus is pushing for right now. And when Uranus is making aspects, whatever happens, whatever shakeups go on, it's most likely a very big blessing in disguise, and we are being freed from something that was hindering our process and our individual cell making that energetic and vibrational shift into the age of Aquarius. So just remember that when we're going through this energy. This energy is also restructuring our minds in terms of bringing awakenings and breakthroughs in alignment with these Aquarian frequencies. Remember, we have Mercury in Aquarius right now, age of Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius. We also have Uranus, Mercury in the square to Uranus, ruler of Aquarius, and like I just said, these higher frequencies that are coming in right now that we are adjusting to and that we are, evolving into at this point in time. So with Mercury in the conjunction to Saturn structure, right, in Aquarius, in square to Uranus, this is awakenings that are really restructuring our minds so that we can align with this Aquarian frequency moving forward so that we can do the age of Aquarian thing that I talk about pretty much constantly all the time. So that's, huge mental awakenings happening throughout this process as well. This energy is helping us to tangibly begin to ground our thoughts into reality as we process the changes that are and have been happening, throughout, actually considering it's Mercury at this point in time, this past couple of years while we've had the North Node transiting Mercury or transiting Gemini ruled by Mercury. I'm sorry, I keep messing up my words today. I'm going to try to do better for the rest of this report. So, we are using these ideas and these solutions that come to us now during this time to start building and forming something or to make something happen. Mercury is starting in Aquarius, retrograding back into Capricorn, will go direct in Capricorn, and at that point in time, we will have gone through this mental reevaluation, this awakening, and also the North Node will be in Taurus and Uranus will be direct, and we will be beginning to actually tangibly build based on these awakenings and these mental shifts that have gone on during this period of times and the adjustments that we've had to make. So mental adjustments happening now to help realign our plans and our structures that we're working on in a way that will be more stable, successful, enduring, and in alignment in the future. And this energy goes on all year. Because every time Mercury retrogrades this year, it's going to happen the same way. Retrograding in an air sign, moving back into an earth sign, stationing direct in that earth sign, coming back through, and then re-entering the air sign. So there's just this concept of bringing ideas into tangible physical reality, and that's going on all year with these Mercury retrogrades. But also this next week we have the North Node, which rules our destiny, the path forward, our collective evolution, moving from an air sign also into an earth sign, talking about our ability now to use this expanded consciousness that we've gained while the North Node was transiting Gemini to begin to practically build with Taurus, the sign of the builder, moving forward. So that's what we have going on, ideas into reality and building energy also coming with this once we get through the mental reevaluation part of it. So let's talk about some specifics now of Mercury in square to Uranus with the trine going on, and then we'll talk about some Sabian symbols too. So all cycle, you guys, be careful in traffic. Like I said in the beginning, do not multitask while driving or doing dangerous things. Double, triple, quadruple check literally everything that you write or that you communicate. Make sure that you are active listening, like I said, and that you're hearing things properly. Be adaptable. There may be a very strong tendency to be quite stubborn with this energy going on this whole period, because remember, we have both Uranus and Mercury in fixed signs right now, which can bring a bit of stubbornness, and we also have Mercury in the conjunction to Saturn, which restricts and limits things and can bring some stubborn, stationary energy as well. So we really want to try not to be stubborn with this energy that is going on. Because remember, we have the moon in Gemini, and the moon in Gemini is forming the trine to Mercury. So this is really telling us that through our adaptability, that is the best way that we can mentally and emotionally, Mercury and the moon, navigate this energy with the most ease, the most peace, with things falling into place for us in the best way, the trine aspect that we have going on to create the best outcome for ourselves. So another feature of today's chart, of today's energy, we're also in black moon energy, you guys. Remember, the black moon is in Gemini. Whenever the moon transits the sign where the black moon is, or the sign opposing where the black moon is, this is a black moon day, and it has a tendency to be a little bit of a heavier energy and to bring up some of these real shadow side issues that we know all about and we have been dealing with. We really focused on during our Sagittarius cycle, but we have that going on right now as well. And it's interesting too, because the black moon, aside from the sign of Gemini, just the black moon generally also rules sort of polarities and duplicities and two sides of things, and a mirror image concept, which we have represented through the numerology of the degree placement today, and also through the emphasis on Gemini and the sign of the twins, and also through the black moon and the moon's placement in Gemini, with both the black moon and being simply in Gemini today as well. So I wanted to bring that up as well, the fact that we are in black moon energy. There could definitely be some fears or anxieties that are surfacing right now, unexpectedly perhaps, with the black moon being activated as well. But it could also be like bringing up just some important truths or gaining some like flashes of insight about our own selves, our own issues, and potentially even like the true path that we really need to be going may be presenting itself to us at this time. We are still in quite fated and destined energy as well, with the moon in the sign of the north node while this is going on. And the moon recently, like the moon also, recently squared Jupiter, which is expanding that fated energy. So we do still have that going on as well. We need to be so things could be, solutions are likely to be presenting themselves to us, and there may be some inner issues surfacing. But if we look closely, carefully, and ask for guidance and advice, the solutions to those problems are right at our fingertips as well. We need to be very open to introspection and self-analysis, intuition, and things that we feel called towards changing during this period of time as well. There's a definite rebirth energy underway. And we also have the moon or the sun in a conjunction with Pluto that is building closer each day. And reflecting on our personal truths is very important at this point in time. It's a time for change and adjustments. Like I said, this Mercury retrograde cycle, we should really, really be using this energy to turn inwards and to ask for divine guidance and the right people and ideas and information to come to us to help us make or determine our next step, whatever that might be. This Mercury retrograde process is definitely an inward time of reflection, all of these 11s all over the place, that inspires and empowers us to create change. That is really the fundamental of what this energy is trying to do for us. Now I want to read you guys the Sabian symbols that are in effect by several of the planets today, because they're also being quite clear about what our message is energetically today and also moving forward through this retrograde process. Now, for those of you who are unaware what the Sabian symbols are, what they are is a group of symbols that describes each and every one of the 360 degrees of the zodiac. Whenever there is a planet at a specific point, making an aspect, discharging a degree, we can look to the Sabian symbols, and it just gives us more information about what is going on in terms of the overall context of what these aspects are doing for us. It gives us a symbolic representation of what that specific degree represents, how it has a tendency to physically manifest and operate. And so I always like to look at the Sabian symbols because they just give us an extra layer of clarity in deciphering the energetics. So let's talk about the Sabian symbols that we have in effect and going on today. Now, number one, the position of the sun today, 24 degrees of Capricorn. That Sabian symbol is a woman entering a convent. So again, this is talking about going within to commune with the divine. And this is also very indicated by the energetics and this retrograde process and the square to Mercury, but also the conjunction to Saturn, a real need to withdraw and reevaluate based on our own personal truths at this point in time. And there is a huge aspect of divine assistance and aligning with and asking for guidance at this period of time and being able to receive that guidance and those messages coming through. We have the Earth today at 24 degrees of Cancer. That Sabian symbol is a woman and two men cast away on a small island. Again, this is also talking about, being in an environment of isolation to some extent, but also being together, but sort of being more internalized, sort of being like our own island, sort of as we go through this process, and really just maybe, talking about our ideas and what's going on in our processes with the people that are closest to us. We have Mercury, the all-star player of the day today, well, aside from Uranus, at 11 degrees of Aquarius, and that Sabian symbol is during a silent hour, a man receives a new inspiration that may change his life. Again, this is talking about that hermit mode, being in that moment and opening up to a new inspiration that may change his life. Like, that could not be more on point with what Uranus does for us, especially in an aspect to Mercury. This flash of insight, this divine inspiration that just comes through and is genuinely, truly life-changing in the effect of it, but it happens during a silent hour, retrograde, internalized, withdrawn. We also have the moon going to be at 11 degrees of Gemini for this exact activation. Newly opened lands offer the pioneer new opportunities for experience. This is the year of lost opportunities regained. And this is saying that through this process, we are really clearing the field for ourselves to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to us. But it's happening through this process of introversion, reflection, and adjustment. And then we can start building and taking advantages of these opportunities that are coming to us. We have Venus today at boys and girls in gym suits. I feel like this is talking about the reintegration of the feminine and the masculine energies and dynamics that is currently underway through this saga that we have going on with Venus and Pluto, that is also a part of this energy that is going to be helping us build going forward. We have Mars today at a group of immigrants fulfilling the requirements for entering a new country. At this point in time, you guys, I always feel like this specific Sabian symbol is talking about our entrance into the age of Aquarius and the fact that as a human collective, we have fulfilled the requirements for entrance into this new paradigm. We are just waiting for the rest of the things to fall into place and to begin actually building so that we can truly enter, for the alignment to, complete and solidify itself. We have Jupiter at heavy traffic on a narrow isthmus linking two seaside resorts. Again, the number 2 coming up. And again, the theme of traffic. Be very careful in traffic over the next few days, you guys. We have Saturn at 14 degrees of Aquarius, a train entering a tunnel. We are heading straight into the age of Aquarius. The Jupiter degree to the narrow isthmus connecting the two seaside resorts, this to me is also talking about the shift of the ages and the transference into the age of Aquarius, the two seaside resorts that are linked and everybody sort of going from one to the other. We also have Uranus, our other all-star player of the day today, a woman sprinkling long rows of flowers. What are we cultivating? What are we nurturing? What are we putting our time and energy into growing right now that is going to bring us beauty and fulfillment as we move forward in time and in our lives? So those are the primary Sabians that I'm looking at today, and they are all telling basically the same story, that this is going to be, and this today is an internalized process of self-reflection and reevaluation that is really helping us to move forward into this new paradigm and begin to grow and manifest the things that are in alignment with us now. So yeah, that is basically what I have to say about the energy today. Like I said, Black Moon as well, unexpected fears and inner battles, sort of, the angel and the devil on the side of the shoulder, or sort of like an inner polarity in terms of things that surfaces. Also cognitive dissonance and stuff like that. Anxiety, like mental conditions could be quite prominent right now as well, with the Black Moon in effect and this Gemini energy. But it's all for breaking us through into a great awakening, conscious awareness, release, and transformation. Remember, we do have the sun also in a conjunction to Pluto right now, which is definitely, igniting a major rebirth and transformation psychologically as well, and just generally collectively, with it being the sun. So a very fast-paced day, you guys. Like I said, lots happening, lots going on. Be adaptable, pay attention, stay grounded, be careful driving, don't multitask, double check details, communications, expect the unexpected, go with the flow. Universe is working today and this next couple weeks to put things in proper order, for true forward progress into the age of Aquarius and our new lives. A lot is going to be coming down, you guys. It's not just that we are going to be starting this process of building, but there's going to be, we're going to have the South Node moving into Scorpio, which means there's going to be a lot of loss that we also need to release as a part of this building process. There's going to be a lot coming down, but there are going to be a lot of improvements and a lot that is being built as well that is just so much stronger, so much more stable, because it's built in authentic truth. So that's what we have going on. That's what we have with the energy today. Options, choices, decisions, changes, all of that normal Mercury retrograde stuff, but just with like an explosive fuse behind it, like an electric jolt of energy, with Uranus also being in an exact square for this moment. So I've got just another 2 minutes or so. Let's talk about the tarot real quick. I'm not going to be able to spend a whole bunch of time on this today, but I got 4 cards coming out of the deck today when I asked God to clarify the collective energy where we're at right now. We got the Hermit, you guys, major theme of the energy right now. We also got the 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got the 5 of Pentacles. And then on the back of the deck, we had the 9 of Wands in reverse. So this energy, just to summarize it, I'm not really going to be able to go into every single card today, but again, reflecting on the Hermit, internalizing, reflecting on what we want to and aspire to grow and the opportunities that represents in the context, though, of maintaining a lack mentality. This card is about a lack mentality or feeling shut out or rejected in some type of a way. So it's like we are deeply considering the implications of our relationship to our own self-worth in terms of what we're able to grow and what we're able to manifest. We are considering, reflecting on, really deeply introspecting on the value that we hold for ourselves, our own self-worth, what we accept for ourselves, what we surrender to, and the ability that has to hinder what we're growing and the opportunities that come to us. It's like we're really discovering that any sense of lack that we hold inside of us is preventing us from being able to grow and manifest in alignment with our, what we really have inside to cultivate and the new opportunities that represents. Also, what we could potentially lose if we choose to pursue those desires. And again, the choices and the polarities. Do we cultivate our potential and take these new opportunities and risk, potentially feeling shut out in some type of a way? Or, in order so that we can have this, or do we maintain this and just realize that if we're going to do that, we're not going to be able to grow and create opportunities for ourselves. And on the back of the deck, we also had the 9 of Wands in reverse. So that's telling me that we're basically done fighting. The struggle is over. In terms of things that we've been resisting, things that we've been trying to pursue, things that we have been, fighting for or fighting against, we're kind of letting go of that and going into this hermit mode where we're really considering these 2 different options right here. Now I've got just another minute, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, leave me comments, all of those lovely things. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to grab us a synchronicity card real quick. This one wants to come out. And again, we already got this card this week. This must be something we all need to pay attention to right now. It says, don't abuse your body. It says, therefore glorify God in your body. 1 Corinthians 6:20. It's wrong to abuse your body. It's one of the holy temples of God. Likewise, austerities, rigidities, and a stiffness have no value in spirit to you. Your body is the nest where God dwells, and you should make it a channel for vitality, wholeness, beauty, and perfection. Forgive yourself of the past and get on with a healthy, whole life. That is the synchronicity card of the day. That is the message from God. That is something that we need to hear right now as we go through this process too. So whatever we're going through, we really need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, taking care of our bodies, and not allowing the stress or the anxiety or the fast-paced motion of things to interfere with our self-care routines. Have a beautiful day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.